Hey, it's Danny from Conscious Calisthenics here. So I want to share with you my own personal, what I call Conscious Calisthenics Elixir that I consume every morning that I have customly designed myself. Because there's a lot of people that promote all different types of intermittent fasting methods, where it's 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day, known as the 16-8 method. But for me, on 1 meal a day, I am just very aware as a health coach and nutritional expert that certain different things will actually work synergistically alongside each other to make me feel the best whilst in the fasted state. And I'm always experimenting, and this is what I've come up with and that I've been doing for a while now, and it just makes me feel absolutely amazing. And what I'm going to do is explain what each supplement is. I don't actually take every single different one of these. Janessa doesn't either. She takes some that I don't, and vice versa. And lovely Janessa here, who you've seen before,
hello,
will explain to you why she takes some of the things that I don't, and vice versa. And what I'm going to do for each different thing in this video, there will be links down below for UK, US and worldwide suppliers in case you're interested in these. And what I'm saying in this video is you don't necessarily need to be consuming all these. This is what I feel drawn to do so. But if anyone that I'm coaching on 1 meal a day, I would for sure be getting them to take the majority of these. But dependent on someone's age, some of them I would not get them to take, and I'll explain fully why with some of the specific supplements I would not get certain people to take them, especially people that are younger. So, first off, you need to make sure we've got some water. So we've got this water in a glass bottle. It's reverse osmosis water that's been UV'd and ozonated. It's one of the purest waters in the world you get. I do prefer distilled water, but I haven't got any of that at the moment. And yeah, so this one I'm going to talk about first. And most of these I do put into a glass, stir it around and drink it, but some of them I do not because it's just not necessary. And the reason why I add most of them into this is I don't need to then add them all to capsules, which some supplements I do add to capsules, which I have empty vegetable cellulose capsules here because some of them taste really bad, so adding to water is not a good idea.
Yes.
And I say which ones are okay to put in water due to taste, and some that you might want to put in capsules, and there'll be links down below for capsules in case you need them. So yeah, it just makes it a lot quicker for me if I can add the majority of them to this rather than weighing them all up and then putting them all into individual capsules. And anything that I can do to save time in my life with anything I'm doing for my health and other things, I will do it. So yeah, we'll leave the glass in there. And also I've got here milligram scales because a lot of these are in pure powder form. Some of them are already encapsulated by the company I buy them from, but I prefer the majority of the time to buy supplements in powder form and weigh them up myself because then they have nothing toxic added to them, because most supplements on the market do. And also it will work out more cost effective. And what I'm doing in the video is I'm going to try and work out the price of each of the individual dosages of different supplements that I'm using for this Conscious Calisthenics Elixir down below for each one that I mentioned. So yeah, this first one, and I have used products like this before, but this is a 30% CBD oil, and it is by Aura Natural Health Organics. And yeah, I am actually working with this company, and it is an amazing company that is creating some high quality full spectrum CBD oil products. And yeah, this is one of their oil tinctures, and yeah, it just seems like it's very high quality. And yeah, the reason why I take this is it helps reduce inflammation. So after training, it helps me recover from intense training a lot quicker. It helps optimize my sports performance and my energy levels throughout the day. It's also very key for optimizing testosterone production and other hormone production within the body. It helps improve your gut health and your digestion as well, and a whole host of other benefits. I'm just mentioning a few things, I can't list them all off. I'm not an encyclopedia of knowing every single different thing that it's going to give you. But yeah, I personally, with this 30% tincture, take 4 drops, and with any tinctures of CBD oil, you want to put it under your tongue for about 60 seconds, should I say. I went to say 30 then, that's incorrect. And then chase it down. By putting it underneath the tongue, you're absorbing it very quickly within the bloodstream, so then you get the effects a lot quicker, and it makes it work fully as well, rather than just swallowing it orally and not doing that. So I always get someone, unless I'm doing it in the mirror, to help me do this, because trying to do this on my own, I could put too many drops in or not enough. So I personally, at this current moment, take 4 drops. And how would you say that smells? Oh, I just went to chase it down and it got away.
Piney, I mean, it smells like THC, but obviously it's different than THC.
Yeah, do you want to explain some? Do you know the difference with them and what that is and what it isn't?
I just know the effects. Like with THC, you can have side effects that make you feel pretty sluggish, and with CBD, you don't really have those symptoms at all. And I feel really energetic and calm after having this, and I don't feel like I can't move at all, or I'm just like lifeless completely. Yeah. So you're just getting all of the medicinal benefits rather than, for me, negative side effects.
THC, I used to be in smoking types of things that contain THC years ago, but I haven't for years because it was just giving me loads of side effects and not making me feel good and making me feel sluggish and slow. So I find with this, I don't get any of the negative effects whatsoever. And wow, it is so strong and potent in my mouth, like really, really strong. And yet it smells exactly like Mary Jane, so to speak, if you know what that is.
Yeah. Should I also share the chocolate that I've had of theirs?
No, we will talk about that later on. But yeah, we'll be doing a lot of reviews on their products very, very soon.
Can I have some?
Yeah. So yeah, we have Janessa testing it for us as well, because she's one of my test subjects. And yeah, make sure you do chase it down with quite a bit of water because it is strong, and there will be a link down below for this company. And yeah, I just love this company as a whole. They're really, really good. And I've tried so many different CBD products, and this definitely seems like one of the best ones that I have ever tried. So I highly recommend them. And make sure to use my code that is down below in the video description as well. And for people concerned about that breaking you out of the fasted state, I did some research into, some people say yes, some people say no. But if you're consuming around, under 50 calories with something, it's not going to necessarily break you out of the fasted state. And to get around 50 calories of this, you need half a tablespoon, which is 6 grams. So it's nowhere near, like 4 drops is nowhere near half a tablespoon, so it's not going to break you out of the fasted state. And there's so many athletes around the world, like high-level professional athletes, that are using the CBD oil products. And then we have this, which doesn't have a label on because I made this myself. This is a form of iodine. Iodine is an essential mineral, and this is the Lugol's iodine form. It contains potassium iodide and iodine crystals to make this with distilled water. And this helps optimize my thyroid health and hormone production within the body. But when I first experienced using this years ago, it turned me into a person that had this like super learner brain. I used to be someone with ADD, so I could hardly focus or learn or memorize things. But then I found it just, wow, all of a sudden it was like taking the pill that the person does in Limitless. It's like as if it like opened up all of these pathways in my brain that weren't activated before. And it also, this nutrient detoxifies so many different toxic substances throughout the body, which is gonna just help you improve your health holistically. And yeah, for increasing my energy levels and optimizing it, this is one of the number one things that I've ever taken. And for this one, I currently take anywhere from 12.5 milligrams to 25 milligrams a day. It varies from day to day, I just listen to my body, but for most people you want to be taking around 12.5 milligrams a day. So if you're buying a 5% Lugol's iodine, that would be 2 vertical drops from the tincture bowl. And do you take this one or
yes.
not? And why?
Not every day, but most recently I have been doing it every day.
Yeah.
And I also found with energy, it is amazing for that. When I first started taking it, I was just like, whoa, this is amazing.
Yeah, it just switches on everything fully in your body and just makes you feel alive and vibrant like you should.
And I just felt like my body was lacking it, and it finally got like what it was craving.
Yeah,
for so
and that's
long.
it. A lot of people cannot feel good, even on a good diet, when their body's not getting all the nutrients they need. And Dr. Brownstein, who is the #1 health authority on this, he tested over 5,000 people and found every single different person that he tested was iodine deficiency. It's an epidemic. And every single person that I've helped and coached around the world, I found every single one to be deficient, unless you've been supplementing long term with the iodine. And then next we have Fawn Research's probiotics. I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I have no idea. Can you say that? Bacillus.
Is it Bacillus coagulans?
Yes, there you go. So we've got it. So yeah, this is a really good probiotic, and this one is actually dormant. Most probiotics, the bacteria contained within it is active and they're not heat stable. So most probiotics, when you get them, the bacteria are dead. But these do not become alive until they go within your intestinal tract, well, after it leaves your stomach. Because you don't want your probiotics to be breaking down in your stomach acid, because then it'll get destroyed. So this one has specific technology with this one, so to speak, that makes sure it doesn't get destroyed in your stomach acid and break down there. So yeah, I take one of these in the morning, and it just helped optimize my gut health overall. And we're coming into contact with so many environmental pollutions and toxins and even pesticides and herbicides, which is having a negative effect on our gut microbiome. So yeah, it just helps me especially have the best digestion possible. And yeah, with this one, do you take this one or not?
I haven't been taking it in the morning, but I take it with my meal.
Yeah, and how come you take it with the meal?
Why do I take it with the meal? Just to ensure that my body can digest the food the most efficiently.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, all these ones that we're taking are fine to take without food in the fast state. Like I said, not going to break you out of the fasted state, so do not be concerned about that. But also, they are able to be absorbed without food. Certain nutrients in supplementation form, you want to take it with food, such as essential fatty acids, more specifically things which are known as like EPA and DHA. So yeah, you don't need to be concerned about that. And for some people, some of these might upset your stomach a little bit, but I will mention which ones could do that. But none of these ones that you're taking so far do, unless you're not drinking enough water. Make sure when you are taking these, you're drinking a lot of water with them. And with the iodine, I forgot to mention, I just add that to the water and drink it down. It's quite strong tasting. But if you don't like the taste when you add it to water, get the capsules and add it to them. The probiotic, I will take it with the supplements all mixed up in the water. I won't empty it in there because it will just get destroyed, so don't do that whatsoever. And then we have, for researchers, iron, which is called iron bisglycinate, biglycinate,
Yes,
something like that. And yeah, this is one of the most highly absorbable forms of iron. There's many different forms of iron, but this is one of the best forms that is a chelated form. And for me, as an athlete, more specifically, it's not due to me eating a vegan diet, because so many people, even on a non-vegan diet, have iron deficiencies going on. It has been shown time and time again for increasing your sports performance as an athlete. It just works wonders for that and just helps optimize your energy levels. And there's a lot of high level athletes and also just amateur athletes like myself that take this on a regular basis. And it has been shown that it maximizes the absorption when taking it on an empty stomach. But for some people, it may affect you in a way that it doesn't feel too good when you take an empty stomach. So for some people, if you don't feel good when taking it without food, make sure you take it with a small amount of food, not a lot of food, from the research that I've looked up online. And I just take one of those. And do you take this one or not?
Don't take it in the morning. I take it with my meal as well. But
Yeah.
I guess I could experiment. I've never tried it before.
Yeah. Yes, so it's not because it's affecting your negative
Yeah.
way on an empty stomach, but yeah. And yeah, there's been times when I take it with food, but I found without food it's fine as well. And for me, I just want to be optimising my energy levels as much as possible throughout the day while in the fasted state on my 1 meal a day diet. And then this one, which is a form of ascorbic acid, but it is a buffered form of ascorbic acid. So it contains calcium ascorbate and, well, with a form of vitamin C from calcium ascorbate, calcium from calcium ascorbate, citrus bioflavonoid complex, rose hips powder, and acerola powder. So it's a buffered type of ascorbic acid, but it's also got bioflavonoids added to it, which bioflavonoids are absolutely key to maximise the absorption of vitamin C. And by it being buffered, it is a lot more gentle on the digestive system, because if you're just taking pure ascorbic acid, it can, for some people, not make you feel good within your digestive system and maybe cause you some pains or some other issues as well. So this is for people that have more sensitive guts. I don't have a sensitive gut, but yeah, I just find with this one, it is just a lot easier on my gut. And with this one, I take anywhere from 1/4 teaspoon to 1/2 teaspoon and I add it to water. It's not the best supplement for dissolving in water, unlike the other ones that I'm using, but for me, I'm just trying to save time. So I add it to it, but I wouldn't do that with ascorbic acid that is not buffered, and it's not this one, because it's just going to be way too acidic. It's not good for your teeth, and it's just bleh, really, really bad. And do you take this one?
I recently purchased this one, so I haven't tried it, but I've been taking the other one that we have.
Yeah, the non-buffered ascorbic
Yes.
acid with bioflavonoids. And the reasons why I take this is it just helps boost my immune system. And say that I had a day before where I had more stress, or I did something that just doesn't make me feel so great the next day, like not getting enough sleep or some other factor. I find when I take this, it just starts to make me feel absolutely amazing if I'm not feeling that great when I wake up in the morning. And it's an immunostimulant, so it helps boost my immune system. It's also an antitoxin, so it helps reduce toxicity levels within the body. And it's also brilliant for optimizing your cognitive health and eliminating things such as depression or anxiety if you have these types of health issues going on. So yeah, it just makes you feel the best overall holistically. So yeah, this is one of my top supplements. If I had to just choose a few of these, then this would be one of my number ones. I recommend that every single person has this.
And would you say that this is still beneficial even if you are consuming a lot of vitamin C rich foods?
Yeah, for sure, because the amount of vitamin C you're getting in this, you will not be able to get nowhere near as much vitamin C within foods. And also iron, to absorb it fully, it has to be taken in conjunction with a vitamin C supplementation source or food as well. So these two are working together to especially make the iron be absorbed fully. And do you what do you find with this one for you? Do you notice any benefits, or are you just taking it for general reasons? Or
Well, I definitely think it helps with building immunity in the body, and just like preventing sickness. And I just notice I feel so much more energetic taking it, and it just helps, stabilize my energy throughout the day while being in a fasted state.
Yeah, something I forgot to mention is one of the most used up nutrients by the adrenal glands is vitamin C. And vitamin C is not a type of micronutrient that is stored within the body. Your body is burning it up throughout the day, all day. So many people are chronically vitamin C deficient. The more stressed you are, the less sleep that you have, the more you're training, the more toxins that come into your body. You need a lot more. So yeah, just taking that could give you so many more health benefits than I can even make you aware of in this video. And then this one, which is my number one and has been for a while, and I used to be anti-salt, which we'll talk about that a little bit in this video, is this unrefined sea salt, which is a type of Celtic sea salt. It's actually in a glass jar. I prefer not to get them in plastic because salt will take out the toxic substances from the plastic and put them into your body. But yeah, there's a lot of people that add salt to their food and they think they're getting good sea salt. But if it just says sea salt, it still means it's gone through a refining process. So they've removed the majority of the minerals. And yeah, the reason why I take this is because it just has so many different trace minerals in there, it just makes me feel the best. And what can happen in the fasted state, your sodium levels can get quite low, so you can not feel so good. So I find if I'm not feeling so good, I take that and I just feel absolutely amazing. And it helps clear mucus as well, helps increase and improve my sports performance, and just gives me a general holistic well-being feeling as well. So yeah, I just absolutely love it. And what I find is adding this to the water, it masks the taste or minimizes the taste of all the other things added to it, which is amazing. Yeah, what reasons do you take this for? Because I know that you do take this one.
Well, for the reasons you just mentioned, but I just feel like it's giving me a lot of minerals and nutrients that I'm not getting from the food that I'm eating. And I just feel amazing from it, and I'm really surprised by the results because, I mean, I'm sure you're going to talk about it, but I used to be really anti-salt and like have no salt in my diet whatsoever, even this kind of salt. And so, yeah, I'm feeling really good from it.
But
so
you
far.
can find so much like scientific research and evidence showing that pure unrefined sea salt is so good for you. But if it is refined sea salt or just like this refined table salt, like I said, it's just void of the beneficial minerals within there. And when it goes through the refining process, they add a type of aluminium to it and a type of sugar. I can't remember the sugar that they add to it, dextrose I think, and something else, which some of them are anti-caking agents. So yeah, it's stripped of everything beneficial for you. It's had things added to it that are not good for your body. And then yeah, a lot of people will say salt is bad for you. Yes, salt is bad for you if you're getting those type of salts and not unrefined sea salt. And when you look at this, it's got this grey look to it, and it's got a lot of moisture to it. So if you're getting salt that is just white and it's very, very dry, then it is a salt that, yeah, has just been messed with completely. And yeah, I used to be anti-salt due to so many people saying in the raw vegan movement, because I used to be into that diet and natural hygienists out there. A lot of people instill water, so it's really, really bad for you. And I've gone through periods of time for years of not having it. And then at certain times on my health journey over the years, I started to not feel so good. I felt a desire for high quality salt. I started consuming it, and then I was like, wow, it infused a life force back in me. So for me, it makes complete sense. And what I learned is as well, sodium, which there's sodium chloride contained within salt, actually takes nutrients into the cells. So mixing this with all of the different supplements actually increases the absorption of them and taking them into the cells, so you're going to get an even greater effect. And yeah, what would you say the taste of this is like actually compared to like refined sea salt? And I'm going to start weighing these up while we...
Amazing. I can't really describe the taste. I mean, it's salty, but it definitely has more flavor than refined salt. I don't know, refined salt just tastes really bad.
Yeah, just like white sugar.
Yeah,
Not that I recommend that you consume any types of sugar whatsoever.
It's just anything that's refined, it doesn't taste like food at all.
And yeah, we do add this to water, but we also normally take it to restaurants, ask them to make our food without salt if they can, which most of the restaurants can that we go to. And yeah, it just makes the flavour of the food taste way better. And I remember trying some unrefined salt a little while ago on some food because it was really bad. And I was like, ah, this tastes absolutely foul. And yeah, the amount that I take this, I'm actually weighing it up now, is 1.2 grams. So I'm using these scales and I use a little lid on top to weigh it out. So I put that on top of the scales, turn it on, and then it doesn't take that into consideration of the weight. So yeah, I've taken 1.2 grams. And yeah, I did start off with a lower dose just to get my body used to it. And then started slowly increasing the dosage, which some people take 3 to 5 grams a day, but I just normally take 1.2 grams a day and then what is added to my food. And I make sure I add that normally first to the water unless I forget, and it will start to break down itself. And then I'll also stir it all up at the end once everything is added. And yeah, so if we put that one back, now we're going to get onto borax. And a lot of people are going to freak out about this one. Borax, what are you doing? This is something that kills pests such as ants, or it's used as a laundry detergent. Don't panic, it's all right. All borax is is a naturally occurring mineral that is found on planet Earth. It's got nothing toxic added to it, no chemicals, it's not bad for you at all. And I have learned, well, and known about this for a very long time. It has a whole host of different benefits, but for me, the number one reason I take this is it has been shown in scientific research that boron, because this contains about 11% of boron. So when I say 11%, if you take like a 100 milligram dose of this powder, around 11 milligrams will be borax. Boron, which is an essential mineral for the body. And you can get all different types of boron supplements out there, but they're going to cost you more than this. And when I looked into scientific research, you do need around 10 milligrams of boron to get testosterone boosting benefits. So that's why I take 100 milligrams of this. And yeah, it's also known to remove heavy metals, toxic substances such as pesticides and herbicides. It's good for decalcifying your pineal gland and any other calcification within the body. It is also the number one essential mineral and micronutrient out there to uptake nutrients within the bone. This is why so many people have bone issues. It's not due to not having enough calcium, magnesium, phosphorus and all these other different nutrients people told me for bone health. It's because they're not getting enough boron to take those nutrients up within the bones. And yeah, when you use this, it's such a small amount, and this one is dirt cheap. It probably doesn't even cost 1 cent per dosage. And yeah, when I say it's a small amount, you won't even be able to see it in there. It looks like almost nothing. The density of this powder is quite high. So that's just over 100 milligrams in there. So yeah, tap that into there. So that's all done. Turn off the scales because you don't need that for a minute. I'll put the other things in a short while as well. And the next one I'm about to share with you, Janessa does not take, and I'm going to explain to you why, because she does not know. So this is DHEA. It is an androgen steroid hormone. No, it's not steroids whatsoever. It's a naturally occurring hormone within the body, and this is a supplementation form of it. And yeah, I've got this in pure powder form. And it will vary from day to day how much I take. I take anywhere from 25 to 50 milligrams once a day, preferably in the morning. And this is absolutely key for optimizing testosterone levels, your DHEA levels, your energy levels, your cognitive health, and also your body fat percentage as well, like for lowering it more specifically. And I would not personally recommend that females take this, because for females, when you take this, it actually raises your estrogen levels. It does not do this in males from the research that I have looked into. And anyone that is under the age of 30, I would not recommend taking this unless you get a test done and it is shown that you have low DHEA levels, because when you're normally below the age of 30, your body's producing abundance of this. You do not need to be taking more of this in supplementation form, because it could have a negative effect on you. And when I started taking this, I remember being in the gym with my friends the first time I took it, and they were like, whoa, what is going on with you and your energy levels? I think about an hour and a half into training, I still had so much energy, just kept wanting to go and go and go and go and go. And it didn't feel like a stimulating effect like coffee. And for me, saying about coffee, a lot of people have coffee to get themselves going in the morning, but this is my coffee. And coffee actually depletes nutrients in the body, so it's not necessarily that great for you. I'll talk about that more in another video. So let's move that one out of the way, because that one's going to fall down. And then we have MSM, which is sulfur, which is an essential mineral for the body. And this is a pure powder form. And this company, which is Sources Natural, is actually sourced Opti MSM's MSM sulfur powder, because a lot of them, not the best sulfur powders on the market, a lot of them contain additives added to it, but this is just pure sulfur with nothing added to it whatsoever. And yeah, just with like this ascorbic acid with bioflavonoids, it does not contain anything bad added to it. Same with all of these different things I'm recommending to you, because most supplements on the market contain so much garbage that's not good for you. And this is absolutely key for just increasing your maximum lifespan, optimizing your energy levels, detoxifying the body. And it also says a few different things on here that I can't remember, so I'll share with you. It also says it's an important source of bioavailable dietary sulfur, a mineral that plays a critical role in maintaining the integrity and elasticity of connective and other tissues. It is an important component of proteins found throughout the body, such as in hair, nails, skin and tendons. So for giving you the best bone health and skin health, so even using it as a beauty product is really good for that. And yeah, it just has so many more other benefits. And to make sure that you absorb this fully, you need to be taking it again with a vitamin C source. So you've got the vitamin C there, take it with this. And what I say with this one is, even with quite a bit of salt in the water, when you're taking around the full dosage, which is around 1 teaspoon, it doesn't taste good whatsoever.
Half a teaspoon.
Yeah, well they say half a teaspoon, but I actually recommend going up to a teaspoon from what I learned from one of the #1 health authorities on it on One Radio Network. But yeah, I would say when you start taking this, start with about 1/4, even to 1/8 of a teaspoon, because for a lot of people it can induce intense detoxification symptoms within you, so slowly increasing dosage over time. You can minimise those. So I normally start off with 1/4 when I started taking this, and I've known about this for years, and I might take that for a few days and then increase to like 1/2 teaspoon, take that for a few days and then increase to 1 full teaspoon. So yeah, this one, for the majority of people, you're going to want to add it to capsules and take this. And for any wondering how much 1/2 teaspoon is approximately 2.6 grams. 1 teaspoon will be about 5.2 grams. But yeah, I don't like the taste, but I would just add it to the water and I just put up with it and drink it down. So if you're someone that can do that, then do it. But if you're someone that finds it really hard to take things that taste really bad, like my sister Sophie, so to speak, then you would definitely want to add that to it. You don't take this one, correct?
No, but I did try it yesterday. I took half a teaspoon.
Yeah. So yeah, it would definitely be good for her to be taking it, and I would recommend it. And to be honest, I have so much, it'd be good if she started using it up as well, especially when I leave Thailand later this year. And yeah, everyone needs to be having this because so many people are not getting enough sulfur in their diet. And I was about to go back onto the borax, we've already done that one.
This one?
Yeah, I'm going to let you talk about this one. What's this you've got here?
Potassium chloride is a great tool you can use to reduce water retention in the body, and that is something that I've been experiencing, and it helped a lot with that, especially in conjunction with the sea salt. It just helped massively with reducing water retention.
Yeah, and that's the reason why we bought it as well.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And that one is super, super cheap. And how much do you take of that?
What was it, 0.7 grams?
I don't actually remember.
I think it's 0.7 grams.
I'll double check that, and if it's wrong, I will put it here.
A very small amount, so this would last a very long time.
Yeah, and for me, I did try taking it, but for me, my gut doesn't actually like it. So just,
and I was completely fine.
Yeah, so just be aware of that. So yeah, I don't feel that it is essential for me to have it, but a lot of people's potassium levels can go quite low whilst in the fasted state, so that can help you feel really energized and reduce your appetite. And if you're just finding it hard to fast as long as possible, that can make it a lot easier. And yeah, these two work very synergistically with each other, the salt and the potassium chloride. And then this one, which I use this on and off. This is organic, raw apple cider vinegar that is unfiltered and has the mother within it. You want to make sure it's coming under this criteria, otherwise it can just be absolute garbage. Apple cider vinegar, and make sure you do preferably get it in a glass bottle because it will strip the toxic substances from the plastic in. And I find combining the apple cider vinegar with the salt in the water helps even more so mask any nasty tastes that could be within some of the supplements that have been added to the water. And with this one, it can be quite strong tasting and too much for some people because it is a vinegar, so it can be quite acidic, and I'm going to try and pour this out without pouring it all over myself.
I find personally a tablespoon is too much for me, like it upsets my stomach. So I would probably use half a tablespoon.
Yeah, for some people a teaspoon even could be fine for them. And if it is upsetting your stomach, just make sure that you drink loads and loads and loads of water, because it helps buffer the acidity. So that's something to be aware of. And yeah, for me, again, this just optimizes my energy levels. This one doesn't break out of a fasted state. It helps your body even get into a more intense state of detoxifying itself whilst in the fasted state. It helps also drop your insulin even faster. So it's brilliant for people that have blood sugar issues or things such as type 2 diabetes. And yeah, it can be quite strong tasting, but I don't mind the taste of it all. And make sure after you've drunk it that you wash your mouth round with some plain water for around 30 seconds to neutralise acids within your mouth. And make sure you've brushed your teeth before, because if you haven't brushed your teeth before, it can even have more of a negative effect on your teeth. So swish around for around 30 seconds and then spit it out. So yeah, it buffers all of that acidity. And yeah, with all of the stuff you're taking, make sure that you get a reasonable glass size of water and fill that up. And then you probably want to chase it down with some plain water as well. And yeah, that should make sure that you get no pains within your digestive system with some of the ones that could maybe cause that. And yeah, as you can see, it is quite a few different things. You don't necessarily need to be taking them all. If someone doesn't want to take them all, the number ones that I would be taking is the CBD oil, the iodine, the vitamin C, the salt, and the borax. But you really want to be making sure that you're taking a broad spectrum of all of these different things, because they work synergistically alongside each other to give you the greatest benefits, and so it can maximize the absorption of them. And yeah, what you can do, like I said, is add things to capsules, like Janessa did the other day. This is the ascorbic acid, and take it that way. And all you do is you get like some paper, pour the powder in it, get the capsules, and just keep filling them up together, and then hand fill them and then push them together. And something that I didn't add here, which I forgot to mention, is I do take the Form Research Basic Nutrients IV without and something I almost forgot to mention is this multi, the Fawn Basic Nutrients IV multi with copper and iron. I do take one of these. I used to only take it with food because it can cause some digestive issues, but I found one capsule is absolutely fine for me. It might not be for you, so you can experiment and find out. But the reason that I take this is, yes, I've got an abundance of different nutrients here. I've definitely covered all the minerals, especially due to the salt. But I definitely haven't covered all of the different vitamins. So by adding in one of these, which is one of the most broad spectrum multi-nutrient supplements in the world that you can get with nothing toxic added to it, I can then again make sure that I'm even more so maximizing the absorption of all of the nutrients and providing my body with certain nutrients in this multi as well that isn't within these supplements. So yeah, I was going to actually add all of these together and mix them up and show you me drinking them, but I don't need to whatsoever, and I've just been talking so much I forgot about that until now. And yeah, what I would say is one last thing with the DHEA, don't add this to water if you're getting the powder form, because yeah, it's just not going to dissolve. And a lot of people are probably not going to get access to this powder form of the DHEA. So for certain ones that are in powder form that are really not that easy to access in most countries, I will instead put an encapsulated form that is made up by a supplement company that's already put it into capsules for you.
So there's a few other things that I personally take that Danny doesn't take, and that is the ashwagandha by Himalaya. And it's an herb, and it's excellent for reducing stress and boosting energy, and also helps with adrenal function as well. And so I take that in the morning with some of these products as well.
Yeah, and you've taken it especially to reduce stress levels, and you've had issues with adrenal fatigue, and obviously the training takes a lot of toll on your body. I personally cannot take it. When I take it, it actually lowers my energy levels and has a negative effect on me. And I've heard some people it works really good for, some people it doesn't. So if you get this, be mindful when you're taking it, and if it doesn't make you feel good, do not continue to take it. And this is a broad spectrum ashwagandha supplement, which means it contains like organic ashwagandha powder and the extract and the supercritical CO2 extract version of the ashwagandha, which just gives you the greatest benefits out of any other ashwagandha supplement out there. Well, there's a lot of other companies do very similar ones, but if you just take the ashwagandha powder, it's not going to give you the full effects. So yeah, that is it, at least from me. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we finish?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and would you recommend most of this stuff to the majority of people on one meal a day, and why?
Well, for me, I think what you said the essentials would be, I think, also the sea salt, the vitamin C, the iodine for sure, and for me, the potassium as well, and probably the borax.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think just incorporating these things while in a fasted state just helps you so much more with being consistent and staying on one meal a day and just giving you the most energy possible.
Yes, would you say it's definitely good, especially for people that are new to
Yes,
one meal a day?
Definitely.
And are having issues with it, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like I mentioned multiple times, it's going to give you so many more benefits than you can imagine. The combination of these are just giving you so many different effects. It's like the list would be hundreds and hundreds of different effects that it's giving you. So yeah, if you just want to feel the best that you can do every single day, one meal a day, whether it's 2 meal a day, any type of intermittent fasting diets that you're doing out there, it's just going to make it the easiest possible for you to sustain it short term and long term as well. And yeah, when you're in that fasting state, your body is undergoing stress, which is not a bad form of stress, because stress of the body makes your body adapt and become more resilient. But if you're having all types of stress at your work all the time, your cortisol levels are through the roof all the time, then it has a negative effect on your immune system, hormone production, and your whole health holistically. So that's not something you want to be doing whatsoever. And when the body is undergoing the stress from intermittent fasting, it is depleting micronutrients throughout the whole body. So that's why some people can feel really bad in a fast state, especially if you've got severe nutritional deficiencies. This can make sure you don't run into any nutritional deficiencies and you correct any that you have as well. So that's just something to be aware of. So if the intermittent fasting is not working so well for you and you can't fast as long as you can, this may be one of the issues as to why it's not working so well for you and you're not feeling the best. So yeah, that's it for this video. As always, I'll put links down below for lovely Janessa's YouTube channel, and she felt she wanted to join me, so I said, yeah, sure, you can join me on the video. I wasn't going to do it on my own, but yeah, if you'd like us to make more videos together, let us know down below. And if there's type of videos you'd like us to make together, tell us down below in the comment section. We'll make them as soon as possible for you. So yeah, gonna get on with making these, finishing them all up shortly, because yeah, I haven't done it all yet. And yeah, make sure that you leave any questions down below. If you like the video, like it down below, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumb down. We don't mind. And please share this video with anyone that you think wants to learn about the Conscious Calisthenics Elixir that I take, and you could say Janessa Dalilhana's elixir that she's taking is slightly different to mine, but I am the one that always helped her design these specifically for her needs, except for I didn't tell her to take the oregano oil that she felt she wanted to do that. But yeah, some people may need certain different things added to it or certain things taken away. So if you ever do need help, I do create custom supplementation programs, and yeah, I'll put a link down below for my website in case you're interested in that. And yeah, please make sure that you do hit that subscribe button down below if you wish to receive a lot more videos of me on a regular basis. The type of videos you can expect to get from me are many educational videos on one meal a day, intermittent fasting, supplementation, optimizing your hormone production and your health holistically. Also what I eat in a day and what I do in a day videos, and many different other videos to teach you the right information of going in the direction of gaining, maintaining the body desire, the energy levels and the fitness levels as well. So if this type of video sounds good to you, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and you click the bell notification button next to the subscribe button. Otherwise YouTube will not notify you of when new videos are uploaded, and I have new ones coming every single week. So as always, stay fit, stay energetic, and go and get those gains. Peace.